Hi everyone. Today I'm going to give you some more examples about the graphs of trigonometric functions. So please turn to a new page of your notebook. Write down the date of today and the learning targets. So there are two. The first one is we are going to study the range for sine square theta and cosine square theta. And the second learning target is read maximum, minimum, and period from graph. Okay, so as you can see, below are the tables of y equals to sine theta and y equals to cosine theta, which have been given to you yesterday. Okay, but I have added a new column of sine square theta and cosine square theta. Okay, so now please help me to copy the table on your notebook. Okay, and then please help me to pause the video and calculate the value of sine square theta according to the value of sine theta. Okay, so let's check the answer. Okay, so when we study the result of sine square theta and cosine square theta, can you tell me for sine square theta, now, what is the maximum value and what is the minimum value? Yes, the answer is for the maximum value, it is 1. And for the minimum value, it is 0. Then, how about cosine square theta? Yes, the result is the same. That is, maximum is 1, while the minimum is 0 again. So, this is the range for sine square theta and cosine square theta. Okay, so let's take a look of the examples 10.8 in your textbook, page 10.32. So the question asks you to find the maximum and the minimum values of the following functions. So for part A, the function is y equals to 1 over 3 minus cosine x. Okay, so before we do the questions, I want you to answer me a small question, which is, for these two fractions, using your knowledge or using the calculator, can you help me to judge which fraction, 1 over 2 or 1 over 3, is larger? Okay, so which one is larger? Okay, after your calculation, the result should be 1 over 2 is larger than 1 over 3. Okay, so why I'm giving you this example is I want to show you that for fraction, if the denominator is smaller, then the fraction will become larger. Okay, and vice versa. If the denominator is larger, then the fraction will become smaller. Okay, so therefore, when we take a look of the maximum value of y, okay, in order to find the maximum value of y, that means we want to put a number in the brackets so that the denominator will become smaller. Okay, so we will put 1. And the result will become 1 over 2. Okay, as for the minimum value of y. In order to find the minimum value of y, that means we are going to make the denominator become larger. So this time we will put -1. And as a result, the result will be 1/4. Okay? And then for part B, the function is y equals to 3 times sine square x minus 4. Okay? So when we want to find the maximum value of y, it is equals to 3 times something minus 4. And then for sine square x, the maximum point should be 1. So we put 1. And therefore, the result is -1. As for the minimum value of y, okay, this time we cannot put -1 because for sine square x, the minimum value is 0. And therefore, it should become 0 minus 4, and it will become -4. Okay, so to check your understanding, please help me to finish the quick patterns. Okay, and check the answer for yourself. So now I'm going to talk about examples 10.6 in your textbook, page 10.31. So the figure shows you the graph of y equals to negative cosine 2x plus 1. So I highlight it with a yellow color. Okay. For part A, it asks you to find the maximum and the minimum value. Okay. So from the graph, can you help me to see where is the highest point? Okay. And it is obvious. The highest point should be here. And what is the corresponding value? Yes, it is 2. Then we can already answer the question. The maximum value of y equals to 2. So similarly, when we want to find the minimum, that means we have to find the lowest point. Okay, so take a look of the graph. Where is the lowest point? Okay, it should be here, okay, or here. Okay, doesn't matter. So we know that. So it is the lowest point. And then help me to judge what is the corresponding value for this lowest point. Yes, it should be 0. So we can answer the question. For the minimum value of y, it is 0. Okay, and this is the answer for part A. And then for part B, it asks you to find the period. Okay, so what does it mean by period? Okay, period is the degree for the graph to repeat itself. Okay, so I will use 4 color to demonstrate to you. So starting from 0 degree, okay, the graph will goes up, okay, until 180 degree. It goes back to its original value or original position. Okay, then starting from 180 degree to 360. Okay, the graph repeats itself. So similarly, from 360 degree to 540, and finally from 540 to 720. Okay, as you can see, the graph repeats itself 4 times. Okay, so that means for one time, it takes 180 degree. Okay, so every 180 degree, it repeats itself. Okay, as you can see, the gap is even. okay, are equal. So, and this is the period. So therefore, we can answer the question that the period is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so for the remaining time, please help me to finish another quick practice. Okay, quick practice 10.6. As for today's homework, it is exercise 10b, question 16 to 18, and then 22. Okay, and then if you want to do some more questions about the graph, you can do the extra, which is exercise 10b, question 14 and 15. It is about the graph.